Welcome to Dharma Bombs, everyone. Anyone here for the first time? How did you find Dharma Bombs?
Just searching around on Google Maps.
I met Jeff a long time ago.
Very good. New to meditation, anyone? Oh, good. I don't have to do anything. Any questions about meditation in particular? No? What kind of meditation practice have you been?
Qigong.
Oh, you do Qigong? And you just meditate on your own? So you take Qigong classes? Yeah, one could say Qigong is maybe put it differently. All meditation practices have an energetic component, like Qigong, or Qigong can be a meditative exercise. So in Zen meditation, the posture and breathing are important. It may seem like, oh, we're always breathing, right? We're always sitting posture. But the meditation posture has subtle energetic benefits and helps us in our meditation practice. So this posture, seated posture, like you're seated on the cushion, like you are in front here, legs crossed, knees on the or knees like this, on the form a firm base. Spine is erect. So in meditation, actually leaning back against your chair is unhelpful. Unless you're, so even sitting in a chair like this is like, tend to get daydreaming. So you really want to grab a cushion or lean forward. I do that a little bit. Even on a chair, I broke my femur once, so I sat in a chair for a while. But I sat on a cushion on the chair, so I wouldn't lean back, because that's like sleep time. Or just kind of space out time. So we at least have to have that much awakeness or alertness to hold our body up in a firm position. This is basic to meditation. Just to say, oh, sit comfortably, it's all fine, it doesn't work very well. We tend to go to mush brain and get distracted more easily. And breathing, show of hands, how many people here know how to breathe? Anyone? How many people breathe uninterruptedly, fully inhaling and then exhaling every breath? Oh, well, nobody. Okay. Because what happens? A car pulls in front of you suddenly. What happens to our breathing? Pretty much stops. How come? or emotional interaction with someone. It happens.
Yeah, like a fight or flight response.
Yeah. Why? So meditation is about breathing through and into these kinds of obstacles to our full nature of our mind or our Buddha nature or our essential nature. Again, breathing, also we're breathing from the, again, that's why posture is important. Breathing, belly breathing, not just upper body breathing. Belly breathing. Everyone knows how to belly breathe. We all did it for quite a long period of time, relatively speaking. But it was at age 2, right? Everyone remember? No. 2-year-olds, watch 2-year-olds breathe. 2-year-olds are all breathing here. Eyes are open, gazing. Pure experience is happening. So we're rekindling, finding again that part of our selves that breathes fully, naturally, deeply through our abdomen, inhaling. And then when we exhale, what happens to our belly normally? Anyone have the thought? Usually it goes in, right? Follow. So it takes a little while to experiment. So in Zen breathing, inhaling fully, and then exhaling, and then the stomach relaxes and actually comes out a little bit. Everyone, you put your hand on your chest here and one on your abdomen. Just follow your breathing. Don't try to do anything. Just see what it's doing. Inhale, and exhale. So slowly, this abdomen should get more relaxed and slight movement outward on the exhale. This actually generates a lot of energy and is very relaxing also. One exercise one can do on your own at home is find a rock about the size of this little bell. Lie down and put this over the area of one's navel. You don't have to try, you're not trying to meditate or anything. Just breathe with that rock there. Not too long, even just 5 minutes. And then sit up and meditate. And much easier, much stronger, much better. One can repeat that exercise. Very simple thing to do. The other thing in Zen meditation and in Buddhist meditation in general, how many people here meditate eyes closed? Open? Sometimes? Yeah. So try experimenting, meditating with eyes just a little tiny bit open. You're still blinking, of course. Eyes are like 2/3 closed, but there's still visual and one is not focusing on anything, one is gazing. So if you were to hold your hands out, you'd see your fingers moving. Very broad focus, gaze. Almost flows. So eyes open a little bit, gazing. It's also really helpful when crossing the street. Meditation is not a place to escape to find something, but some place to bring into our daily activity. So we're looking at ways to integrate this practice then into our occurrences, everything that happens and arises in our daily activity. So we're sometimes described as following the breath, or in some introductory practices, even counting the breathing. Really, it's allowing that space to arise where we're surfing the present moment. Past is past. Anyone have past here? Where did it go? Future? Well, yeah, anyway. So we're putting our full attention on the present moment, and it's constantly moving. So in that present time awareness, giving ourselves completely to that present time awareness, with this posture, allowing thoughts, feelings, emotions to arise, memories, anticipations, everything comes up and goes away. We're not jumping into the train to figure out what happened before and fix it, or plan something for tomorrow, or like one teacher was saying, someone's sitting on the cushion for half an hour, all of a sudden they've written the whole novel of War and Peace, then kind of we're gone somewhere. So we're cutting that. We're just being present and allowing everything to arise and go away, neither grasping on nor pushing anything away. So we'll sit for a few minutes. Any questions? Anything? So I'll ring the bell. We'll sit for a few minutes, and I'll ring the bell at the end also. Everyone enlightened? How is that? Claims, question, comment? Present moment, planning, summer vacation, fixing the perfect, making everything that went wrong in the past perfect. How's it going? Breathing. Also, I think I forgot to mention that. Inhale through one's nose, exhale through the nose. And this one has a blockage in nasal passage. Always meditate through breathing through the nose. Very important. Tongue usually ends up on the roof of the mouth. Yeah.
So like how deeply you breathe in, I felt like maybe I was breathing in a bit too much. I started to get a little bit nauseous. Maybe ate too much or something.
Say it again.
I started to feel a little bit nauseous. Maybe I was breathing in too deeply or I ate too much before coming in here. Something like that.
Maybe wobbly airplane flight. You're getting. No, I'm just kidding. To be, each person your own experiment here. Maybe you're making too much effort. Relax a little bit. Yeah, we are fully inhaling, fully exhaling. Not perfect each time. Allow it to be what it is. Especially if the inhale takes effort. Exhale is just like no effort. It's automatic. If forcing either of these to happen, this is not good for meditation practice. What we're attempting to slowly rediscover is very natural breathing. It's deeper, more full. To push this to happen in any way actually creates a hindrance to meditation practice. So probably, and it's not unusual, being a little too vigilant, we try and make things perfect, and then that creates some extra tension. There are forms of yogic breathing in Hinduism and also in Tibetan Buddhism and Taoism, where we are making the breathing do certain things for certain purposes. Those are specialized practices. That's not general meditation practice. That's not Zen meditation style or any of the other basic meditation practices. There's no forcing of the breath. It's not necessary. And can become an obstacle. What we're looking at is like body and breathing, or one thing or two things. Oh, good at that. Okay. Right. One thing, two things, no thing.
Well, as soon as you call it no thing, you're creating a dichotomy. But yeah.
Okay, so body, breathing, and awareness. One thing, two things, three things.
What's the difference?
But I say, or you say, I am breathing.
Yes.
We think we're watching our breathing. Right? Is this really possible? body breathing, where is breathing in the body? Well, say, oh, the lungs do that, this is not helpful. The experience full body awareness as much as possible. Breathing. When one more relaxed into more relaxed meditation, we may feel as if we're breathing through our whole body. Breathing through our feet, breathing through everything, breathing completely to the point where we say, I am breathing, or am I being breathed? You know? So the universe is breathing. We allow that space. So focus, let's say a subtle focus, a little push is like awareness, body and breathing, getting as close together as possible. Sound, feelings, sensations arise. We allow them to arise or touch them, our awareness, and the object meets and then dissolves, and another comes up, same thing. Completely inhale and then exhaling. It's like when we fully exhale, the very last, there's a pause, right? There's a little subtle, we're not making the pause, it's automatic. Fully exhale before we start to inhale, there's a pause. And that space, there's a little space there. There is space. So we want to kind of enhance that a little bit. Then we start inhaling again, we start one of my early Zen teachers said, don't trust thoughts that arise on inhale, only on the complete exhale. And later on I was thinking, it's like noticing, like, it's kind of a Zen joke, because there aren't any thoughts on the complete exhale. We're not trying to make thoughts disappear either. That's not part of the equation. But there is that pause where everything is completely, the perceiver and the objects unified for a split second. So maybe when you exhale, make sure you just allow that to completely exhale. You're not trying to hold on to it. So we'll sit again for a few minutes. Unless you have any other questions. Anything unusual? Any comments? More nausea? No, anyway. More relaxed? Little things come up, so we have to make little adjustments. Usually they just go away.
I'm not used to eyes open.
Yeah.
This is a new thing, and my eyes kept wanting to make something before they landed. The wood, there's chickens and all sorts of faces and shapes.
Oh, nice.
So when you have your eyes 3/4 closed, you said?
Yeah, almost close.
Is it almost blurred? Is that
Almost. And one's really, it's kind of a shifting, we're not focused, we're gazing. So it's like something comes by, it would just be what it is going by, kind of feeling. Does that make sense? Takes some getting used to because all day long we're hyper focused with our eyes. So because of that, and I think it's quite all right to close the eyes for a while because our eyes are super stressed in our modern world. And these practices evolved from a time when that wasn't the case. But at the same time, one has to notice, like with eyes closed, it's their tendency to get more sleepy, or eyes closed, it's a tendency also to get more chatter in the head going. If that's the case, then open them a little bit. It's kind of antidote to that. So anyway, experiment.
I think I had them too open.
Yeah, if they're too open, that's not good either. I mean, there are a couple of different ways in different Zen traditions, but in some Zen traditions, in Soto Zen, you're facing a wall. There's just one color. There's nothing to look at except one. That's why they face the wall. Rinzai Zen, they face outward, but still in a meditation hall, it's minimalist, for a reason. Breathing, everyone getting more used to. Even one can practice lying down with the rock. This size, lie down. You don't have to do anything, just let the rock be there, it's automatic. Then sit up and meditate for a few minutes. Naturally easier, no effort. This breathing practice is used in all Zen traditions, and it's also used in, advocated in Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism. They call this small vase breathing. You can look it up online that way. Anyone reading any books, any studying meditation, Buddhism? Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Suzuki Roshi is a very good book. Classic now. From his talks at San Francisco Zen Center in the late 1960s. Each one is 2 or 3 pages, so it's very easy to read one in a day and have it as a kind of something to reflect on during the day. It's a new book by American Zen teacher Meido Roshi called Hidden Zen, published last year. It's also very good. More on the actual nuts and bolts of Zen practice. There are millions of books on Buddhism now, but best to pick one and just kind of really digest it, rather than reading a lot of different things. Everyone ready for a 7-day retreat now. So. Yeah. Oh, good. Or Vipassana 10 days. Go on. We're fortunate in San Diego. There are many opportunities for meditation practice in different Buddhist traditions. Zen, Theravada tradition especially. Any other comments, questions? Great. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.